joined us, live broadcasting from Tashkent, live broadcasting from Tashkent, joined us, live broadcasting from Tashkent, international channel Horizon, international channel Horizon, international channel Horizon, live broadcasting from Tashkent. Интернет слабый. Если слабый будет, не буду вести. Очень слабый интернет. Bad internet connections. Very slow. Very slow. Very weak internet connections. Dears, come to join us, live broadcasting from Uzbekistan, from Tashkent, international channel Horizon, live broadcasting from Tashkent, from the Soviet Union. Please join to us, live broadcasting from Tashkent. We speak English. Live broadcasting from Tashkent. Join to us. Please join to us. Please join to us. Live broadcasting from Tashkent, international channel Horizon. I'm Mihribon. Hello, Sergey Anatolyevich. Hello everybody. Join to us. Live broadcasting from Tashkent. Today, I'll going to talk with you about my appeal to the United Nations organization. I need to send a letter to the United Nations organizations, and I did it in the morning. I prepared a very good letter to the United Nations organization from the Citizenship of the Soviet Union, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, because you know that our country, as a member of the United Nations organization, it has own permanent participant in the Council of Defense, and in the Council of Danger. Our country has own participant, permanent participant, and by the Constitution of 1936. It is Stalin's constitution. It has declared during the Stalin's rule, who was our leader of the Soviet Union, and this is Stalin project. By the Stalin project, it is an alternative way of developing for humanity, because for many years, maybe 1,000 years, about 2,000 years maybe in the world, it has been the rule as Kabbalism, by the Kabbalism conception. It has been ruled by the Kabbalists. Kabbalism, Roman law, and Vatican project. By the Vatican project, it's Judaism religions, Avram religions. It is a Satanism. It is unhumanity project, and it is founded. It is the main conception is the exploitation of man by man, and its main conception is private prohibits at the private owners, and it's their rulers. It is patricia and plebeians. Patricia, it's two classes. All the humanity is divided into two classes: high class and low class. High class have their always have more privileges and have rights, but low class haven't had any rights. They have been always slaves, and slaves have no any human rights. That's why in 1917, in the territory of the Russian Empire, it was held the Soviet socialist revolution by the Bolshevik party, by his leader was Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, and Bolshevik party set the Soviet power in the Russian Empire, and they set their own power, Soviet power, and they became the control, all the control. They took on their hands, on the control by. Control was held by the Soviet power in the territory of Soviet, and set the Soviet power, and it has been set the socialist country, Soviet socialist country. It is the Soviet power, and the first decree of the Bolshevik party was the decree on land by Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, and it gave to every citizenship of the Russian Empire rights to land. And it is the right human, and it is human being free human being. Every citizenship took the rights be a free human being, and there is by the constitution of our main law. By this constitution, it was liquidated the exploitation of man by man. It was set the dictatura of proletariat dictatura, and it was liquidated the private prohibits, and all people in the territory of Russian Empire have equal rights to land, equal rights to resources, equal rights to everything, and all the wealth in our country became the mass people's wealth. People's wealth, and Soviet people became the owner of the country, owner of the became the owner of the state, the Soviet state, the Soviet socialist state, and became and Soviet people, every Soviet people, workers and farm workers and every Soviet people have the power in our country. Power, Soviet power. It's our every citizenship's power. And every citizenship has own power, equal power to Soviet power in our land, in our country, and it was said the first socialist country, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, in 1922 on the 30th of December, and our leaders, Bolshevik parties, leaders of the Bolshevik parties, Lenin and Stalin, said the Soviet power. It is Leninism conception. It is appeared. It has been appeared in our land. Leninism conception. It is. And by the Leninism conception, it was said the Soviet law is by the Constitution of 1936, and it is working. It has been working still, and nowadays it has own law power, mighty law power, and but our country is the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, and we are the citizenships of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. By it has been going great lie in our country during for 35, 40 years, because it was signed the Washington Agreement. Washington Agreement was signed by the government of Soviet government and between the Soviet government and the United States of America in 1977. After this agreement, signing this agreement, it was said the cooperation, foreign cooperation with the same name of our country, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, with caps lock, and the cooperation declared its charter. Its charter. It's not constitution. It's charter with the lie named as Constitution, 1977, and it was great lie. It was great criminal step by the Soviet government and Brezhnev's government, and in 1991 by the Yeltsin was declared as if our country divided into crushed. If our country crushed, it was declared by the Boris Yeltsin, but it was crushed not our country, socialist country. It was crushed the corporation, foreign company with the same name as SSSR, as the Soviet Union, and it was said in every Soviet republics, foreign companies, foreign trade companies, for example, in Uzbekistan, Islam Karimov declared the independence. It was great lie. It was great lie by the Islam Karimov. Islam Karimov, Kabbalist, Satanist. He was a traitor, traitor of the motherland, and he was Jewish by the nation. Jewish people's under the mask of Uzbek, under the mask of Russian, under the mask of other our nationalities in our country. They declared the independence in every Soviet republics. But it was great lie, and our citizenship of the Soviet Union are under the great lie. They believe it that our country crushed. And our people under the great lie, chose the unhumanity way by the Kabbalism conception. It is trade companies here by the Roman law. They said they are rulers of they are ruling here, and it is Kabbalists, it is unhumanity way, but I obey the law, my character, I obey the law. I know that my country is alive. My country, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, is a member of the United Nations organizations, and today I appealed I appealed with the letter to the United Nations organizations. From me, I appealed. Here I declared the date, the 4th of December to 2025, citizenship of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Kadama Mihribun Karimovna, here my address, USSR, SSR, Tashkent City, and my telephone numbers, and I here appealed to the General Secretary of the United Nations Organization, and I say here, I say here about the membership of my country in the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, and my country is alive, and my country is every year paid. My country paid permanently every year. Have paid the for membership about 11.5% of the budget is the United Nations organizations, and it is our Soviet people is from the Soviet people as well, from the treasurer of the Soviet State Bank. It is our treasury, people's treasury, Soviet people's treasury. And I ask them, and I demand them, not ask. We are the founders of the United Nations organizations, and I, as Soviet citizenship, and I demand the United Nations organization to obey its own charter. By the charter of the United Nations organizations, the USSR is a member of the United Nations organizations, and we have a international pact of from 1966 that every Soviet citizenship is alive born considers as alive born every Soviet citizenship by the International Pact of 1966 from the moment of born. That's why we Soviet people, Soviet citizenship have a human rights, because Soviet peoples are human being, are free human being. Do you understand? We are not individuals. We are not migrants, or we are not slaves or prisoners or military prisons. We are not military prisons. We are not slaves. We are not individuals. We are alive. Citizenship as a free human being. Because you know that slave is not human being, it is goods. And here I show the constitution of the Soviet Union, 1936, and we are the beneficiaries of all the nature resources in our country, and but band formations in our country said there are foreign trade companies in our territory, and they occupied the Soviet power. They are Russian Federation, the Republic of Uzbekistan, and etc. About 15 Union republics. They said their occupation power, it is occupants, it is band formations, and they are robbing our resources with the trades of motherland, with the collaborants, foreign trade companies, with the collaborants, robbing our resources, our Soviet people, and our Soviet people are under the genocide of these band formations, which are controlled by the sect Chabad, Jewish organizations, Zionism, and it is said in our country the Zion fascism. It is dictatura, Zion fascism, and here all the trade companies which are registered, which have the registration in the state. In the State Department of the United States, it's the Republic of Uzbekistan, the Russian Federation, or other trade companies, Rosgvardia, Politsai, and Judges, Gildia, Bar Gildia, Procedures, and Interfere affairs. They are all the policies, it is occupation power. It is occupation power by the Roman law. They are occupants. They set here virtual power, not legal, illegal power. They are occupants, and they obey, they abuse the Soviet citizens' rights, abuse our people, and they don't obey our country's constitution of the 1936 and pension, and they they organized all kind of funds, and they transfer our from our treasury, from the Soviet treasury banks, they transfer our wealth to the all kind of funds, and by the funds they robbing our treasury. And for example, one of them is pension fund for pensioners. They are big robbers. They are big robbers in our country, and they, for example, they they transfer it is transferred from the treasury for every pensionary, for example, about $1 million they give to every pensionary about maximum $100 pensioner as talons, as surrogates, not Soviet rubles, but by the Soviet rubles they it is transferred about 1 million Soviet rubles. It is $80 million, and $80 million they robbing, but give to Soviet pensionary about $100. It is big. It is going big robbing of the Soviet people, and it is a big criminal groups. It is big criminal organized criminal groups, organized criminal societies. They bank formations and are going robbing in our country, and on our citizenship of Soviet Union is under the genocide. Genocide, for example, for my activity by the internet sites, and I have been giving to Soviet people real what is going real life in our country. I'll give a real true information. I give to Soviet people true information, and to the world people in our earth I give true information. That's why they punish me, and they cut my pension. They rob my very few pension has been robbing by them, and he stay without any but I have a private teaching. I'm used to organize at home my private teaching, but they interfered to my life, and they bothering me to give private lessons at home, and they fears my students not to come to me, and they break the lift in my house, and all kind of things they do to bother me, to interfere my private, to break my private lessons, and I have lost without any money for life. They do everything to leave me. To leave me without any money for living. It's their criminal activities, but criminal activities of special services, but I am very strong, I am very mighty, and I never lose my position during my fighting more than 15 years. I am in fighting to the occupation in my country, and I have no minutes doubt about my position. I always because it's my character. If I see the truth, if I see the law, I always try to be kind and to be true, to be true, because I always want, in any situation, it is my position, to be human, to be human being in every situation, to choose the position of human being in every situation, to choose the position of human being. It is my life position. Do you understand? Because I never choose the way of Kabbalism, the way of unhumanity way. I never choose the being slave and being Satanists. I'm always with people, with my people in my country. I'm always with the humanity, and I always love humanity. That's why my I tell you to be human. Human being is better. Human being is better than being a slave. Human being is better than being slave, and don't lose your status as human being. Try to be free, a human being, and love each other. Love is God. Love is God. If we have love to each other, we are God. Everyone is God if he has a love in his heart. If you have love in your heart, you are God. Do you understand me? Because it is the main thing of continuing the life in the world, in the earth of humanity. Bye bye. See you again. I am Kadama Mihribun Karimna from Tashkent, from the Soviet Union, from Uzbek Soviet Socialist Republic, from the International Channel of Horizon. I am the Citizenship of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Bye bye. See you again. Thank you very much for your participants in my broadcasting. Bye bye. See you again. Adam